High frequencies, everyone. I have a day today to do a lot of things, but heading to work, I have to get this dream out because it was absolutely amazing. It was just like so much going on. It was just so superhero-ish, futuristic. It's just so many different things about it. It was just fun, and it was amazing to wake up and hear that it was people in other places that heard these loud crashes, booms going on in the sky, and crashes and celestial things going on. And that's like what I was experiencing in my dream. I'm like, oh, that's what was going on. Like, I literally dreamt that last night. So, starting out in my dream, it started out that I was at this concert with a friend from high school, and someone in the crowd ended up coming to pick her up or something. She knew somebody getting picked up. Anyway, it moves on to my sister and I being there together, and it was like we had to leave. It was like something was about to happen. It was like, okay, you can't be here at this concert hanging out anymore. It's time for you to like go, get prepared. You gotta go. And in the dream, I had this baby. It was like, okay, I had this pet or this baby. I can't distinguish it. I think it was like a baby that turned into a pet. Anyway, the name was Pender. The name of the pet was Pender. It was crazy. Pender. So anyway, we're in this aircraft in the sky that was kind of like a car. You know, if you're old enough to know what the Jetsons, it was a car vehicle in the sky that we were in. And we was like, okay, it was like, you have to deploy out of this system, this car vehicle thing, and you have to get down there and get to work. And I was like, oh God, like we gotta really start fighting these energies, these entities that was out. So it was some more people that was on this ship thingy, vehicle, spaceship situation. And they just jumped straight out of the sky and just jumped straight to it. And I was like, I'm not jumping. And my sister was like, nah, we're going to go down the steps. So we went down the steps halfway, and then boom, we were, it went from up there to down lower. It was another layer. It wasn't even like this reality. It was like another layer. And in this layer, everything was moving really fast. The cars were just moving extremely fast. Extremely fast. It's a movie. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. If it comes to me, I'm going to share it later. I'll post it in here in the comments or description. Minority Report. That's the name of it. Minority Report. So, you know, in Minority Report, the cars, you know, he was in his car and they were zooming really fast. That's what these vehicles look like in that next layer that I dropped down into. Okay, so in that next layer I dropped down into, these people were moving fast. You knew who the opposition was. The opposition, I'm driving, I'm sorry, y'all. The opposition were in these silver, wide open type of vehicles that had like a stick shift that looked like an arm, but that was moving the car. And they had on the full out suits and outfits, and those were the opposition. Those were the people we were fighting, that we were against. Okay, so we were in a car, and my sister was like, okay, we got to get ready. We got to get out. We got to get up. And I was like, okay. So end up dropping down. It was, we get into this van. And in this van, it was like this mother figure that took over. And it was a fight that happened. We ended up losing or something happened, but it wasn't over. And we was like, she went to this abandoned building. This is the mother figure, this female energy. We went to this abandoned building, and she ran into the abandoned building. We was like on the edge. And she said, okay, here I can change, because it's like she had to change and she couldn't disclose herself. It's kind of like, you know, when superheroes have to change clothes and Clark Kent, and they have to change clothes or whatever, but they can't, like, let people see them do that. That's what was going on. And so it's like she went in the building. When she went in the building, Pender, the baby that was in the back seat, like, jumped on me. And it was like when Pender jumped on me, the baby leaned the van forward, where we almost fell into like this cracked part of the building, because the building, again, it was vacant, it was abandoned, and it was like beat up. It was stuff that needed to be done. We almost fell down in the hole. And I was like, Pender, sit back. Pender, sit back, please. So when Pender sat back, that's when the van shifted. I got Pender, and I was able to jump out of the back window and run down the street with Pender. Well, doing that, I was wide open, and I wasn't protected by the mother energy. And so it was people on the street that were looking like people, but they really were the opposition energy housed in these people. Like, some people walking a dog, they were really the opposition. It was some people that looked like an old man with gray hair. That was really the opposition. It was people that I thought were really people, but they weren't people. They were really the opposition. And it's like when they saw me running out with Pender, they knew who I was, and they knew I wasn't protected by the mother. And the mother was gone, right, to actually get herself prepared to fight the opposition or whatever, to ramp up on her superpowers or something. And so they saw me. It was one, he was walking a black dog. And that's when I was like, oh my God, like, he saw me, and then a lot of them saw me, and they knew who I was. It's almost like in the Matrix. And you know, when Agent Smith turns himself into all of these different people, he comes out like he's disclosed as the people, but then once he sees Neo, he comes out of being these people, and he's Agent Smith. That's what happened. Like, these people turned out not to be these people. They turned out to be the opposition. And I'm like, oh my God. So the only thing I knew was to call on the mother. And it was like I could call on her telepathically and let her know where I was. I was like, where I was. And I was like, I'm here. I'm in the park with Pender. And yeah, they're here. He's walking a black dog. And it was like, when I started telling them that, they was like, okay, we know who this person is. And they was like, she's not going to come save you. Like, she's not coming. She's not coming. I was like, yeah, she coming. And it was just like right when I thought like they was getting ready to attack me, like they were like ganging up on me, getting closer and closer. And that's when I woke up. The dream, oh, and I forgot, there was another part of the dream before that happened where the mother had us in this building, another abandoned building, and she was running up the walls. And when she ran up the walls, like the bricks from the building stuck to her feet and her hand and her body, and she was able to have these bricks and punch people in the face with these bricks and kick them in the head with these bricks. Like, that's when she was fighting. So the dream was really, it was a lot of like back and forth, fighting against the opposition. It was just a lot. It was a lot going on. It was exciting and fun at the same time. It really felt like when Neo fights in the Matrix. Like, that's really what it felt like, but more on a superhero-ish type of level, which was pretty cool. I've never had like a superhero dream like that before. And then to wake up and see that people were hearing this go on in the sky last night, it's like there's a correlation there between that and what was going on. So pretty cool. All right, y'all, peace and high frequencies.